Hey, I'm Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach. Every single week, I come to you live here from the Greatness Factory. I really want to do three things for you in the show. I want to multiply your life, I want to multiply your money, and I want to multiply your business. And today we're going to be taking some calls. I got about 20 minutes before I got to jump on some Zooms and coach some companies. And I hope you're doing great. So if you want to call into the show today, 615-849-2099. Ask me a good question about your business, about your life, about how to go to the next level, because today's topic is a simple topic, but a big topic. It's called the power of taking action. How do you get off the fence and make a decision? Okay, I'm going to break down that word decision because I've been on the phone this morning, Jack, selling people into the coaching program, and they say, oh, I love you, Coach Burt. Oh, I buy you goods, Coach Burt. Oh, I need the coaching, Coach Burt, but I'm scared to take action. And what I got to do is I got to help you take action. So today on Super Coach, the power of taking action, how to get off the fence. I'm Coach Michael Burt.
Everybody needs a coach in life. Coaching businesses and entrepreneurs like you to spike an additional 40% to your bottom line. Michael Burt is a multi-championship coach, best-selling author, trainer, motivator, and all-around super coach. Now, from the Greatness Factory Studios, this is Super Coach.
Welcome to Super Coach. Happy Monday to you, folks. Coach Michael Burt, I'm in the studio today. If you want to call in, we can take phone calls now, 615-849-2099. Eric White, if you'll type that phone number in there. Anybody wants to call in, talk to old Coach, get a little boost of enthusiasm, maybe talk through a strategy, a little intervention on your business. Sonia Turner, Daniel Hodges, Eric White. What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing great. Today we're talking about the power of taking action. There is a power in taking action. The word decide means to kill off an option, right? Decide means to kill off an option. Here's the problem. When you're trying to make a decision, you're counting the cost. You're not looking at the worth. You're sitting there looking at how much something's going to cost, and you're not thinking about what something could be worth. And because of that, you can't calculate it appropriately. So you're having a hard time making a decision. You're having a hard time killing off a second road. See, what you got to do is starve your doubt. Ramiz, Hakeem, Kelly Rollins, what you got to do is you got to starve off your doubt. And the way you starve off your doubt is you decide. There's only one road here. That's a road of success. There is no road of failure. We don't lose, we only learn. Okay, now once you start understanding these things, you start looking at things differently. Okay, and the way I want to teach this to you today and show it to you is that what is the cost of indecision in life? Remember this saying, given to me by a friend of mine: he who hesitates finishes second. I would substitute finishes last. He who hesitates finishes last. What is the cost of indecision in your life? Now, I'm going to tell you a story to illustrate my point. Many, many years ago, I went to a publishing summit with John Maxwell. And they introduced a gentleman who came up on the stage, and his name was Paul Martinelli. And Paul Martinelli was the new president of the John Maxwell coaching program. And Maxwell did not have this program in place. He didn't have this strategy in place. And they bring Paul Martinelli up, and he's talking about how John Maxwell is now going to certify coaches, right? And this is going to be a program where you can leave there and say you're a certified coach with John Maxwell. And Paul Martinelli gets on the stage. I'm sitting in the back as a young little whippersnapper, Amanda Beener, and I'm sitting there, and immediately I see this guy named Paul Martinelli get up on this stage, and my first inclination, I need to know that guy. Let me put it another way. That dude can help me. How many of you have met a person, and the first time you met them, you knew they could help you? They were a person of advancement. They were a person of increase. They were a person of interest. This was Paul Martinelli. So I'm sitting in the back, and I go, that dude can help me. Now, here's the part I'm ashamed by, if you're out there watching, is I went 10 years without calling Paul Martinelli. Minute I saw him, I knew I wanted to be involved with him, Sonia Turner, and I didn't take action. 10 years later, I'm out on the road speaking somewhere, and I'm like, dadgummit, I know this guy, Paul Martinelli. He can help me. Now, let me tell you what happened in those 10 years. He helped John Maxwell build 30,000 certified coaches, 5,000 a pop. That's 150 mil. And it took me 10 years to pick up the phone and call him. So I called his office and I said, how much would it be for me to spend 90 minutes with Paul Martinelli? And they said, it's X price. You know what I said? Chris Parker, I'll take it. I'll take it. Now, so I buy the time with Paul Martinelli, and guess how long it takes him to explain to me how they went from 0 to 150 million? Maybe 10 minutes. In the very first 10 minutes of the conversation, the dude tells me exactly how they do it, step by step. And I'm sitting there thinking, what an idiot I am for waiting 10 years to call him when I immediately had a reaction. All right, looks like we got a phone call. Got our first call here on Super Coach, Kansas City, Missouri. All right, let's go to the call here and see what we got. Hey, welcome, Super Coach. This is Coach Burt.
Hey, Coach Burt. This is Dorian Deshawn. How you doing?
What's up, Dorian Deshawn?
I'm doing well.
Thank you for calling in the Super Coach, man. We open it up. We want to take calls. We want to help folks. We want to do a strategy session. What can I do for you today?
Well, so, I've had my own business. We'll just call it a fix and flip and remodel business for a while. And over the last few years, I have found out that I'm a really good salesman. I have a really good design, essence about me. I'm a super good carpenter, but I was missing something to be a complete all-around businessman, and it was likely the financial part of it. So I'm kind of at the point where I have a really good business model. Should I burn the business now and start fresh with a partner, or should I try to bring in a partner who will fill that position that I lack in skills and save what I've got?
All right, now let's play this out, because people out there that are listening to this probably have a similar situation. If I pinned you down right now and I said, Dorian, what's your first instinct? What's your first instinct on your decision? What would you tell me it is?
I want to save it. I want to keep going. I believe in it. I put a lot of my heart and soul into it.
Okay. Now, what we're talking about today is the cost of indecision. Now, many times you have an instinct, whether it be your prey drive, you have an instinctual internal knowing of what to do. You just don't do it. You need confirmation from another person. So you seek guidance, or you seek counsel, or you seek validation, and then we give it to you, and it's like, okay, it's exactly what I need to do. I was on the phone with the guy the other day who sized up my business in a matter of a few minutes, and he told me, this is what you need to do. And I left there, Dorian, with so much certainty. I called my president of my company. I said, I know exactly what to do. Listen, I knew what to do. I just needed him to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Now, I like your concept of partnering with a person. If you're not strong, listen, I think more than anything in the world, this is one of the best things for people out there. If you're not strong in an area, where it be you got this, and this, but you don't have this, the financial piece is very important. Partner with somebody. I'm not saying you got to give up a piece of equity of your company. I mean, when you come, you may be able to pay somebody who would just come in and offer that. Or you could partner with somebody and play, a lot of big businesses partner, and they've got to, think about Jobs and Wozniak. Think about Bill Gates and what's his name? Like they partner with people to do something big. So I would tell you, you know what to do. You need it. You got that instinctual ability. Boom, you need to go do it. If you don't need to torch it, there's parts of my business during this COVID period that I have torched. And it was good. I needed to torch those things. I am restructuring things to better suit my passion and my drive and my energy and what I love doing. So I think you know what to do, big guy. I think you need to kill off the decision. That's what the word decide means. Kill something off. Kill off the option of failing and take that step forward.
All right. That sounds good. Thanks a lot, Coach.
All right, bud. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yep.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Thanks, Dorian Deshawn, for calling in. You call in Super Coach today. I got just a minute, and I've got to go jump on another call. But today we're talking about the power of indecision, the cost taking action, man. Right? Remember the word decide, kill off. If you have doubt, you really have double vision. You got two different visions. One vision is you see it, but you got another vision that says, I can't do it. Right, Alicia? And you can't do it, Sherry Job, until you kill off one of the visions. Like, there is such a power in taking action. I was on the phone this morning with people, and the guy's like, I love you. I love your books. Oh, my gosh, you're so incredible. And I explained the coaching program to him, and then he said, hey, what would I have to do to take action, Coach Burt? And I said, well, you just tell me you're ready to take action. We take your credit card. We get you started. Whoa. I don't know if I'm ready for that, Coach. Well, you ask me what you have to do to take action, man. Okay? You told me that you needed a coach. You told me that you were ready to play at the next level. Like, this is the deal. So let me go back to my story of Paul Martinelli. I see Paul Martinelli. I finally get the guts to call Paul Martinelli. I spend 90 minutes with Paul Martinelli, and he gives me this vision of how they did it. I wish I would have called Martinelli 10 years ago. Okay? Now, that's a mistake I made, Lily Munoz and Jorge and Austin Swayze. A mistake I had is I had an instinct to do it, and I didn't have the guts to do it. So what did it do? It probably cost me who knows how many millions of dollars by not taking action. So for you, I think when you see it, when you think about it, do it. When you have a mindset of calling a person, do it. When you have a mindset of following up with a person, do it. When you have a mindset of expanding, do it. When you have as soon as you think it, you need to do it. Eliminate the distraction. He who hesitates finishes last. He who hesitates finishes second. Some people win and some people lose, okay? Now, let me finish up with this one concept, and I got 3 minutes to do it. In my follow-up, what you're really trying to do, Susie Vargas and Jay Cash, is in your follow-up, you're trying to get a person to take action. You're trying to bring them to a decision. We're trying to kill off their options. And I flew down to Florida this past week to my house down in Florida. I got to spend time with Chuck McDowell, who was a fascinating person that built Wesley Financial, helps people get out of timeshares. One of the coolest dudes I've ever hung out with. And as I'm getting up at this altitude, Jack, I'm flying 30,000 feet. I was telling my team this morning I couldn't get this idea when I was on the ground. I had to get up 30,000 feet and get some altitude. You follow what I'm saying? Now my mind's thinking bigger. And I had this mindset, Chris Cannon. What you need to be doing is you need to be showing people the difference between what it costs and what it's worth. You need to be showing them, yes, you invest this in me, but let me show you how much it's worth. Let me show you how much you could make. And I started using the example of example of a bank paid me $150,000 in 2008. They gave me 500 people, and they said, we want you to open 10,000 new accounts. By December 10th, I had opened 10,645 accounts with the help of all these great people at the bank. But I spearheaded it. It was the largest increase in the history of the bank, 43%. They paid me $150. They made $2.2 million of new revenue. That's a spread of $2,050,000. Now, let me ask every person out there watching Super Coach today. If I gave you $2 million, Chris Cannon, and $50,000, would you give me $150,000 back? Of course you would. The cost was $150,000. The increase was $2.2. The spread was $2,050,000. And I started to use this in my follow-up. And I started to say, and I'm teaching my team the difference between what something costs and what it's worth. So if you're looking at my coaching program and it costs $299 a month, but you make $100,000, what do you care? You don't care. Is it worth $200,000 or is it worth $299? If you come to one of my boot camps and you get one idea, better yet, if you read one of my books and you pay, I think my books are $9.99 right now on my website. You pay $9.99 to get $1 million follow-up, but Jack, you get one idea that changes the way you follow up. You make another $100,000. Let me ask you guys a question. Is the book worth $9.99 or is it worth $200,000? There's a difference between what something costs and what something is worth. And the reason I'm telling you this to close the show off is that the way people look at money is all wrong. Big time people use money to make more money. When you're following up, you got to show people this is not an expense. The way you're looking at this is wrong. There is a power in taking action. You got to start saying to people, there is a power in taking action. Now, I'm Coach Michael Burt. Every week I come to you, multiply life, money, business. Hope everybody's doing great. Good to see everybody back. My crew's back working at the office this week. It was so good to see everybody. We got a little spring cleaning going on, and we're back at it. I look forward to having events. Monster Growth Boot Camp, the 18th and 19th, I think. Okay? If you go to my website, coachburt.com, spend 2 days with me on my mindset. I promise you. Whatever it costs you, it'll be worth a whole lot more. Or my $1 Million Coaching Summit in July, or the Shout Tour I'm on. All of these products are created to solve a problem for you. There's a real methodology. There's a real mindset. There's a real outcome that you're going to get when you do this. Your job as a salesperson is to help a person take action, to kill off one of their options, to make a freaking decision. You can't go big if little got you. I'm Coach Michael Burt. I'm Super Coach. You guys have an incredible week. I'm Coach Michael Burt, and the #1 book that I've written over the last couple of years that could help you during these unusual times is a book I wrote called Inside the Mind of a Monster. Now, I want to give you that book. All you have to do is text 678-506-7543. Because when you text that in, I'm going to give you a copy of my book, Inside the Mind of a Monster. And it's going to show you the habits and mindsets of top producers and how they attack every single day versus play defense. Don't you want to play offense? Get this book. I'm giving it to you, and I'm telling you, I'm going to turn you into a legendary creature.